Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our Back to Basics session for mailings. I'm your host, Kelly. I am a Customer Success Manager here at CultureSuite. And today I am very excited to welcome Kadri, our Peppered consultant, who is going to talk us through mailings and how to use them. Today's session will be in English, but please feel free to ask any questions in Dutch or English, and we will answer these at the end. Kadri, over to you.
Thank you, Kelly. Welcome to our next Back to Basics webinar about V4 mailings. Kadri, Peppered Consultant. To summarize V4 mailings, at this point of time, there are a few improvements to mention. Compared to the V3 template, there was no possibility yet to add the stories part to them. And for the past few releases, the developers have been working on improvements on layouts in Outlook and mobile devices. The button in the introduction part, and while a lot of work has also been done for borders around images, and currently ongoing is better statistics backend for your newsletters. And I'm going to guide you through the template in both mailing possibilities. In case you have shown interest in starting to use V4 mailings, you're probably in the process of getting the design ready to be implemented by our team, and you are then ready to start using the V4 mailing templates. You're seeing all my tabs now open, so I'll close actually the slides and we'll go straight to the dashboard. I think that's the best way to show you what's going on. Let's see. You're all maybe familiar with the dashboard already and where the mailing part is set. I will start from the bottom of it. Salutations. These are usually set for you already for basic salutations. You don't really have to start changing anything here. If you'd like to add or fix something, please contact us and we will consult you through that. Second up are the parts. These parts are used in the mailing templates. You can see they're a bit familiar probably to the content that are used on the website. The code is connected to the backend code. It's not really important for you. The type refers to either if it's a manual mailing or an automated mailing. You don't really have to change anything in the parts here and changing things around, except for example, you might want to duplicate a part, so you could add it separately in a template. So the best way to go about it is just, let's pick banners, for example. You open the banners part. There might be information here that doesn't make any sense to you, but that's all right. The best thing to do is just copy paste everything that you see here. Let's name it part 2, banners part 2. That's the code part. The type of the part is dynamic. Make sure to include all these as well as they look like. For example, banners part is not part of an automated mailing. That's what that is. We are not going to display location for events. And which templates should it belong to? Pick the same for now for consistency and clarity. And you save. And when you refresh, you'll see the banners part 2 here. You can just drag it wherever makes sense for you. And here it will be available for you in the templates as well. That's the most you might want to take action in the parts section. Let's move on to the templates. Usually when we first create V4 mailing templates, you will usually see just 3 of them. V4 default, that's for the newsletters, manual newsletters. Then V4 pre-event and after event for automated mailings. I will also get into why you might want to have multiple templates, like Schouwburg has for themselves. And I've created a test template for us to go through the sections. Name is whatever you want to name it accordingly. Here the legacy template checkbox is ticked in not to be used. That's what it means, but usually it shouldn't be ticked in. This is not a template for automated mailings. We want to use it in a newsletter. Code V4 helps to understand that it's connected to the V4 mailing templates. Template file should always remain the same. Bounce address is generated automatically in the backend. You shouldn't fill this in. Sender address and sender name are quite straightforward. Reply to address, reply to name the same. You might want to change these up depending on the mailing templates. Preamble is a small text above the header image. I have an example for you where it shows. That's right here. I don't see it being used very often, but that's a possibility for you if you'd like. Footer information, that's up to you to fill in. That will be all the way under here. Usually it's the address of the venue or a few links, perhaps how to get to the venue, or opening times, anything that is relevant to the receiver. Then there's another little checkbox here, display preference link. Those are the 3 buttons. Let's get rid of this one. 3 buttons under the footer. This should be ticked in most of the times. The first 2 buttons would take you to the profile preference pages. And the 3rd one will reopen the mail in a new tab in case maybe something's not properly visible. And of course, the parts that are used in the mailing template, you can just click here and add them. By clicking, you will add, and if you click again, it will remove it. As you can see here, we'll add it again. And here you can also see that the 2nd banners part that we just created is also used within the template. You can get rid of this if you'd like, or re-add it again. Let's find it, banners 2, and save. And of course, the header image as well. So to summarize, why would you want to have many different templates, or a few different templates at least, is maybe you want to have different sender or reply to addresses being used. Perhaps different footer information, perhaps different static parts in the template, or just even different header image for different subjects of newsletters. Let's see further. So we have also here in the middle, you have mailing list import instructions. Now that we've switched to Query Builder, you can still upload your mailing lists and pick them from via the Query Builder. They would be visible right here. I'm not going to get into Query Builder further because we just recently had a whole webinar on Query Builder. Kelly can link the webinar in the chat for you guys. And then I'll head on to the mailings themselves, manual mailings. So this might already be familiar, but I'll go through it again. First, you'll see is how to filter the mailings in the dashboard. You can pick them by templates. In this case, we might want to find all the V4 templates, all possible statuses, and by the name of the mailing, title of the mailing. Here, of course, the titles of the mailings. There are mainly 3 statuses visible here, which would be not sent scheduled, to be scheduled, I mean, queued, the time and by whom, and also sent, when and by whom. Here, of course, some results, to who or to how many people it was sent, how many opened the mail and how many actually clicked in the mailing, and the number of bounces. These are the hard bounces. We recommend to keep the mailing list clean, not to diminish the server reputation, but also to be aware of not just to set account email to 0 if you don't know the reason why they are being bounced. So if feasible, please try to verify the emails of those bounced accounts. And here's some stats according to the same numbers here on the left. If you hover over, you'll see the abbreviations, what they mean. So confirmed open rate, click-through rate, and click-to open rate. These are the first 3 here. How many have actually unsubscribed from the mailing, and how many actually opted out or changed their preferences, I mean. If you also click on the sent link here, you have a nice visuals of the stats a bit in a different way. You can also download the statistics, and you can see some more information, the query that was used. And that's about it. What we're gonna do is create a mailing. Let's create a test mailing. I'm gonna call it test peppered. I'm gonna pick a template available for me. That's gonna be the default V4. Let's put a subject title. Pre-header is something that shows after the title in the mailing client. Pre-header. If you don't add this, usually you'll see either the description of the mailing first part or the payoff. So everything comes right in after one another if they're not being used. Payoff is a small text under the header image. So here you can see small text here. I don't see it used very often as well. Campaign, and that's usually automatically generated, but you have full control over it. And this can be used in analytics tools like Google Analytics or Hotjar or Mixpanel. And UTM codes are snippets of text you can use to get more information where traffic is derived from. Salutations, I showed you where they are coming from. These are options here to be selected. And upon saving, you can go further filling in the content. These are all the parts that we showed you in the parts section. And let's fill in, let's try something. Let's fill in stories. You get the option to pick stories. So now I got 2 of those. Let's see if we have some selections. Yes, we do. Let's pick a few. And I'll fill in a banner as well. Banner title. And let's pick a banner image. Save. And this is how you go through all the parts that you might want to fill in. If you don't, they will stay empty and won't be visible in the mailing. Good to know also if the order of parts is not to your liking, you can just drag them around easily. Also good to know that if you use a view in browser option, most of the times, if you want to change something, it's better you need to actually just go to the part, select all new content, save again, and refresh the browser, and you will have the updated content here. Also good to know is, oh, now I went away. If you look at the text editor here, it's using a grid layout, which means it's optimized for mail clients and mobile use. So we usually recommend not to start changing images here. You can change text, that's all right. But it's better not to experiment too much here because it's already optimized for use. Another question that we've got quite often is, can we add a video straight here? It's unfortunately not possible, but there's a workaround by using banners. What you can do is add an image and a link, or even add an icon, play icon on top of the image. I have a little example, not the best quality play icon, but this will take you to the source of the yeah, that was actually about the manual mailings. Let's look further to automated mailings. The overview looks the same, except there's an extra label here after events or before events, results and stats as well. Automated mailings is a little bit different because it depends more on static settings that you have set, and template text is a big part of it. In the knowledge base, you have all the template texts that are used across all the service mails. What you would need to do is just check all the template texts if they're to your liking. What you do is you copy the template text name, you go to System, Template Texts, and paste it here. And here you can edit the template text. You might want to add information also on arriving routes or some transportation information. But good to remember, it will be the same across all service mails. Another thing is settings for the automated mailings, which you can find in the control panel. When you look for automated mailings, it'll be here. So here you can see a number of days before the event that the automated mailing should be prepared, so you have the chance to check on them. Are they enabled or disabled at all? And the offset of hours before the mailing is actually sent. The same for pre and after events. Very straightforward, actually. Another good thing to remember is that automated mailings is always checking the status of the event. So you don't have to panic in case an event is cancelled. Also, the mailing will be cancelled, therefore. And another one is the data is always up to date until the mailings are sent. So last minute sales for events after the mailing is sent, those clients are unfortunately not getting the automated mailing. Something to bear in mind. Do we have any questions so far? Kelly?
No questions so far, Kadri.
All right, that was actually a quick one. We have actually summarized everything about both manual and automated mailings. If there are no questions, then we're all good.
Thank you very much, and thank you everyone for joining us today. We will share this afterwards, and if you do have any follow-up questions, you can always put them in the service portal, and a member of our customer success team would be happy to help you out. Thank you everyone. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you. Bye.